and Mario's totally crunched.
Oh,
wow.
ball game.
It's over.
World champion.
Hello, Backgammon fans. Bill Riles, Tar Mendocino, Ace Point Backgammon, broadcasting from Monte Carlo. It's Finals Sunday, and we are about to get started. The championship final and the intermediate final both start at 3 p.m. local time, ideally, and it is currently 3 minutes until 3. Daniel's supposed to be doing this, but we'll take it. Take it. He's going to be swapping out some with Phil over there, so take it. Okay, sit down then. This is so anyway, 3 p.m., which is 3 minutes from now. Steve. Okay. Championship final will be on stream 1. Will include who do we have? Johan Mozed from Sweden, who won the undefeated bracket. And from the United States, Brandon Macklin, who won the second chance bracket with the thrilling win over Wilcox Snellings last night. So it'll be Johan Mozed against Brandon Macklin in a single 21-point match. Now, here on stream 2, we're going to have the intermediate final between Tommy Tallerico of the United States and Yehonatan Batts of Israel. Now, it's interesting. Again, this will be a 15-point single match final. Tommy Tallerico beat Yehonatan Batts in the undefeated bracket final. So they have some experience, and Yehonatan, to his credit, dropped back into the second chance quarterfinals and made his way back to the final here. So this should be a good match. And then ongoing over on stream 3 is a Super Jackpot final, the Super Jackpot number 1 final between David Wells of the United States and Daniel Sorensen of Denmark. And that started at 2:30, so they're a ways into the match. Two absolutely supreme players. So that'll be fun. And sometime after these 3 matches, when a table clears up, we're going to try to have the Speed Gammon final worked in there somewhere, which will include Jason Pack, and the 2 other guys are playing for the other finalist spot right now. And then we also have Super Jackpot number 2 final to be played when a table frees up, and that is Zdenek Ziska versus Eli Roimi, a former world champion from Israel, Eli Roimi. So anyway, this will be fun. Now, both Tommy as the intermediate undefeated bracket winner and Johan Mozed as the championship undefeated bracket winner, since it's a single match final, they in effect forfeit one of their lives in a double elimination format. So in recognition of losing one of their lives and going undefeated, they get a 5% cash bonus of the prize pool. So they're already in the coins here. So Mozed has gotten a 5% cash bonus. Mosed did not enter the side pool, and Brandon did. So Brandon has already won the side pool, and I think they're playing for what is it, 88,000 for first place and 36 for second place, I think. Yeah.
17,000 side pool, and he was like just, I mean, bowled over his opponents in the last 2-3 matches. 8 cubes.
Yeah.
4 cubes.
I was telling a couple of people last night in Brandon's presence. I said, "Well, he solved tournament backgammon here. You know, he's in the semifinals and the final of the second chance bracket, and he scored 8 on the first game of each of those 2 matches." I said, he's got it down here, you know. And I'm sure he would like to get out to an 8-0 lead today, but I doubt that happens. But anyway, Mosed. On that other, talking about that one, he's been to, this is his 23rd attempt at Monte Carlo, and he's never cashed. Brandon's second, and he's in the championship, so that'll be fun. Mark Olson, Ryan Ribello, and Phil Simborg are going to be doing the commentary over there, and Steve Sachs is joining me. He's is Tommy actually a student of yours, or?
I mean, he takes lessons for, you know, quite a few very, very excellent teachers, Michi and Zdenek and Donna Seawald and myself. And I think that's great to get like a cross-section of like opinions from experienced teachers, give like insights into different ways of thinking about things. So, yeah. So we'll have another lesson on this match here when it's finished.
So it's kind of funny here, and we'll be getting started here in a bit. There'll be some disruption here because they'll do their normal introduction of players, which for their certainly for the championship final, it'll be kind of the he likes to do it kind of like, what do you call it? I don't know, professional wrestling with all the hoopla and hollering and screaming and deep voices and carrying on. So you know, that'll occur. Hopefully we get all of that, you know, parade and introduction stuff out of the way before Tommy and Nehotan, how does he say his name? Hey, Jonathan, start play, because I think it would actually not be fair to them to have that kind of disruption. Yeah, so but anyway, this will be fun. Like I said, these guys played in the undefeated bracket final, and Tommy won, and then this Yehonatan came back through the fighters bracket, and they face each other again.
So it's interesting because both players have a chance to like review, you know, the other players' tendencies. And,
Exactly.
Me and Frank Frigo and working with Tommy last night a little bit on his game and helping him out.
And did you have? I guess he had a transcript of the early or.
Yeah, we were going over that, and it was helpful. Tommy's a quick learner, but there's a lot to know in backgammon, a lot to learn. It takes a while. He's super smart and really nice guy.
Well, I think his opponent here is relatively young.
He's in his early 20s.
Yeah, I would imagine he looks young.
Can you imagine how exciting that would be?
Oh yeah, just got to be amazing. One of his, and I don't think I'm saying anything out of line. It was kind of funny. He was asking us last night, "Is our match going to be streamed?" And I said, "Yeah, we're going to stream that match." And he's like, "Are they going to be able to see my face?" And I said, "Yeah, they'll. We'll have the player cam on. They can see your face and who you are." And he, oh yes,
So. That's exciting. I can relay like a personal reflection of when I won my first big tournament. I was 22 years old. There was no streaming. There was no XG. There was no snowy. But the match was actually recorded for some reason. I don't know why. It was recorded. It was 22 years, 11 months old at the Louisville Labor Day Championship. And they actually recorded. I put it into XG and I put it like a 5.2.
Oh, really?
42 years ago.
42 years ago.
That's crazy.
And there were some players back in that day, and thank you, Jimmy, by the way, There were some players I've seen or certainly heard of, some old matches that were recorded and so forth. But people like one that I know of because he lives in Houston, Sandy Lebeck, played some pretty low numbers back in those days. But,
right. You can actually get some of those matches off of Backgammon Studio. And like their matches all the way back into the mid-'70s. Like a Paul McGrill match and Jason Lester, Mike Sankiewicz. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive numbers, yeah.
Well, I apologize. I forgot to turn your mic on there for a second.
Well, I was cursing all the way up until the point you turned the mic on. I was cursing. And now that you turn the mic on, I won't say any bad words.
You got to behave, huh?
Yeah.
So, but it was interesting. In case some of them didn't hear it, I thought it interesting that you and Frank Frigo spent some time with Tommy last night reviewing his earlier match with this guy. They met in the undefeated bracket final, and so again, it's kind of unique to have that opportunity to have a rematch with the same person 3 days later and have the benefit of having the transcription available to you and so forth.
And were you saying before that Moazed and Brandon played before or no?
I don't think they'd played before at all.
Oh, okay.
Now, it was kind of interesting, and you and I called it. Moazed was also in the seniors final, and he played that at, noon or so today. Lost that, so I'm sure he hopes he got some bad fortune out of his system before he starts the next match. But
actually, so the last 2 times I played each one of these guys, Brandon Macklin and Johan Moazed, I lost to them.
Is that right?
I lost to Moazed. Last year, he knocked me out of the tournament. And either this year or the year before. I think it was this year, 2024 Texas State Championship. Brandon knocked me out of the consolation.
Is there?
So the last time I played each one of these guys, they beat me. And here I am speaking with you.
In the commentator chair.
Yeah.
And they're playing. Here we go. I don't know if y'all probably can't hear it with. I won't even try to talk over that.
Yeah, let's listen to Rory now.
The 4 finalists are making their way to the front of the room and will be making their way to the playing room momentarily. The 2 players in the intermediate division.
And it's going to be kind of interesting, and we'll see them pass by us here in a minute. He's introducing the intermediate finals from LA, Tommy Tallerico, and he's going to maybe add a little style, I heard, to the.
And his opponent, gentlemen, I know for years, making his way in this game, hailing from Orange County, California, by way of Springfield, Massachusetts.
So, Rory.
Tommy rented a tux for the occasion.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's going to.
It looks like
bring a little style to it.
The latest James Bond.
Yeah. So we'll be able to see them behind us as they head toward the playing room, I suspect.
There they are.
There they are.
Slightly out of focus in the background.
So here they're going to be.
And the finalists.
Tommy. Yep. Y'all come here. Just so I don't want to talk to you, just going to let them see you. Tommy Tallerico. How do you pronounce that first name?
Jonathan Batts.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations to both of you. All right. Like you bringing that style to the game. Look at these guys.
We have to.
Okay. Good luck to you.
He's 55 years of age, weighs 170 pounds, is 178 centimeters tall, and weighs 82 kilos.
So we always
Wonderful gentleman.
Rory gets his jollies out of this World Wrestling Federation style an introduction.
His opponent, a very accomplished, a 3-time Swedish Open champion, just 59 years of age, with 176 centimeters tall and weighs 84 kilos. From Stockholm, Sweden.
So Brandon and Johan carrying the American and Swedish flags, heading to, you'll see them walk behind us here. They're heading to the playing room. Good luck, guys.
You're gonna have to talk to them. We're doing intermediates.
Good luck, man. So, Johan, he stopped here. He said, y'all be kind to me on the commentary. And I said, well, you're going to have to go over to the other table there. Mark and Ryan and Phil are doing you. Steve and I are taking care of the intermediate. Now, one thing y'all will note on this stream, for certain reasons, and I won't go into those, but I'll just explain. There's not going to be a chat line feed on this match, and
So I can say anything I want. No, I won't.
well, you can say anything. People just won't be able to respond to you.
They'll text me, Facebook message me, email me.
So don't look for it. It's not there. We won't be able to, I don't think, hear or see anything. I know it's set with some very restrictive constraints, criteria, whatever. I don't think we will see anything, but that's fine. We can, we won't be distracted. We can focus more so even on the match. So
If they take a break, we'll talk about the Astros and Dodgers.
there you go.
Dodgers lost
Now
3
look,
straight.
Tommy's in his tux.
Oh,
and,
he looks great. The kid looks great too.
Jonathan, he's in some dress slacks and a long sleeve white shirt, so they're looking sharp.
Stylish.
Oh, what the clock's been running, so Tara's gonna have to fix that. Turn it off, turn it back on. No, she's gonna have to reset that.
I thought
clock
they maybe
for her.
weren't going to use the clock.
Well, I thought they weren't gonna. Yeah,
I'm not sure what the rules are for intermediate.
Oh,
but
they're gonna use it just to signal the end of their turn.
Oh, so no penalty for timing out because there's no time, but just to
Yeah, they're just gonna hit the clock with to
better
signal.
than nothing. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. Just as a toggle device to signal the
End of play.
end of their turn. And so anyway, hi.
No, dice we prefer using these dice, so I can see this here. Organization. So I can between 2 games. Yes, you can. You can do this 3 times. You can do this 3 times, or you can merge your breaks like 1 time. Okay.
Just try not to talk in our ear here because it'll distract us. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so they're setting them up. Jonathan Butts.
This is great.
He's at the top of the board playing the blue checkers. Tommy Tallerico, lower portion of the board, playing the white checkers. 15-point match, and we're off and running.
Off and running. No dice on checker. Tommy's going to re-roll. That's the same shot.
That's just out of curiosity. Do you know, how old is he? Huh? He's 18? Look out. 18 years
The
old.
next big thing coming along the way.
Well, that's great. Reaching the intermediate final at the ripe young age of 18. One of his, couple of his friends are sitting over here to my left, try to get a bird's eye view of the match on the large screen TV in front of us, and
Nice play.
we just want him to keep the cheering down, you know. So, okay. Tommy got to tuck some nice cuff links there and brings one of them in.
Tommy's got the advantage, but he can't cube, and he knows that. This is an
Okay.
interesting one. You can
Or
make
does
this,
he make the 7 and 9, or does he and forget the anchor or forget the ace?
Well, he's got three choices. He can make the 7 and the 9. He can make the 3-point, or he can hit loose and make the ace point. And they're very diverse in concept. I like the 7 and 9 a little bit better than this 4 prime. I don't know if he sees the hit and cover play. He sees it all. No, that's the fourth choice, but I don't really like this as much as
I
the
kind of
outside
like
prime.
the 7 and 9 play, but
Yeah, but you are outboarded. You're leaving a shot, but the hit and cover play is really wide open. He hasn't looked at that yet. You know, this is definitely first or second best. I don't know which one actually is better.
and he's uncertain as to exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah, he did not look at the hit and cover play, and this could easily be reasonable, but I really like making the bar instead of the ace and
Okay,
sacrificing.
so I think in the end, from my perspective, he made the right play. But,
yeah, well, it's a really good counter. Bots gets to hit and cover, and make the anchor. So it's a pretty close game right here. Oh, Tommy dances, no longer close. So
well, Johanneton gets a free roll here, in effect.
well, he made the wrong. He should have hit automatically with the deuce, then consider the ace point. So now,
Tommy's got to come out, right?
yeah, you just come out and clear. Wow, that's
That's a
interesting.
tough call, right? He can hit, but he can also make the bar.
You can make the bar, but he can actually hit and probably come out to the 15 point because the midpoint's stripped and the outside points are stripped. So there's not much of a counterattack. I think I would elect to make that play. He's got a better board, and a race lead, and sending a third checker back would be very reasonable. I mean, looks pretty and it looks nice. I don't think it's right, but we'll find out. This match could take longer than the championship match, even though the championship match is 21 points, because these guys aren't on a clock.
All right.
So prepared to put in a long day. A lot of choices here.
I think the what's the term? Clocks are they're not preferred. They're what's the next term down? I forget.
Yeah, I don't know.
They but both of them would if both of them had wanted to play on a with the clock,
Yeah,
they
Tommy
could.
played this pretty quickly, and I think he should have just come out to the 18 point. He broke and left and dubbed. Yeah, so Tommy got double quickly and took quickly. I think he needs to take his time. I'm not saying it wasn't a take, but yeah, this is a natural. Wow,
Okay,
really
nice
good
roll.
shot.
4-6.
They're going to play quick. Yeah, maybe we'll be out of here quickly. Yeah, definitely. Make that advanced anchor or middle anchor.
Now you can see in the over Tommy's shoulder there is at least for the remainder of the day the reigning world champion.
That's true.
Frank Frigo, who's from San Diego and
Yeah.
is a good friend of Tommy's, and maybe a mentor of sorts too.
Certainly.
And so he's you can have one second in the room, if you will, to watch a match.
Yeah, but
and,
he's the first second.
he's the first second.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I told him to make it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
So this is the right idea by bats. Just clear from the back. You got 4 builders to make the bar point. But Tommy will just play 2 off the 8, most presumably. Yeah, he still keeps his bar point slotted. So Tommy would like to escape that back checker, the free checker. What a great shot for bats. Gets to make the bar point. Tommy needs to spring a 6 to maintain his timing. And if he doesn't, he could be at risk of losing a gammon. He did roll that 6 all the way out. I don't think he should stay there and hope to get a hit. Because if Bats wants to hit him, he will. And if he doesn't, he won't. So you certainly would not want to get a 5th checker 6 primed. I wrote an article on how to defend against a back game, which is at Gammon Village. You can look at it. And it shows how to play the back game and how to defend against the back game. And you don't want to get multiple checkers set back. I'm going to maintain the timing.
Okay, so now Tommy's in a bind, obviously. 4 back. He doesn't really, he's not going to have the time to ultimately sustain.
I don't understand why he wouldn't make the 4 point there. He just makes the bar. That's not the priority.
And he's just not going to have, in all likelihood, the time to sustain, any semblance of a board.
Well, he needs, actually, his best hope here. Is this an illegal play? I don't remember. Yeah, that's right. His best hope is that Yahoni rolls 5-5, 6. So he can earn his timing
Right.
by Yahoni rolling big. Yeah. That's not bad. You want to strip the outside points because you want to clear the outside points. I don't even remember what the starting position was. Did he play 4 or 5 of them?
I'm forgot now. They've played with it so much. Frank can act as an effective match monitor there.
I don't know if he's allowed to point out illegal moves or not. I mean, it would be reasonable.
Well, maybe not, but I think they can, if they both agree to refer to him, they could ask.
Yeah, I think the transcriber is maybe making mention that.
But he's not transcribing this match. I don't know who they're talking to.
But it's possible that he may have played too many deuces.
They're getting. Tara's gonna have.
I'm gonna try to be more focused on. Whose spoke was that, Bill?
An extra that was going to be for Rivera. You can have it if you want.
Thank you very much.
You need Tara, Frank?
Yeah. Right? Right. I think so. Oh, I think this is the. This is those instruments.
In the meantime, Brandon's off to a 1-0 lead in the World Championship Finals.
Anyway, Tara stepped down the hall, I think, so I'm trying to get her back in here. Yeah.
So, and then while we got a few minutes, why don't you tell us about the plans for the upcoming Texas State Backgammon Championship in 2025? I know I want to attend.
Well, we'll have the our annual Texas tournament Super Bowl weekend in February. So looks like it's going to be bigger and better than ever. We're going to have a large number of international players, and
last time you had 5 streams. You plan to do?
Oh yeah, we're going to do 5.
That's
streams.
amazing.
Okay, she's here. We're going to do 5 streams again in Texas. We'll do the UBC USA and stream every match, and those are live transcribed from the live stream. So we have effectively immediate feedback on all of the UBC matches.
Yeah, I did play in the UBC a couple of years ago. That was fun. A lot of fun. They paid 4 spots out of 16 players.
Well, we did. This year we're going to cut it. We're going to go back to 2 spots, and it's.
Anyway, Bill, they paid 4 spots. Guess what place I came in?
Huh?
They paid 4 spots. I came in 5th. That's right. So good performance. Just didn't quite make the cut.
Yeah, and we can see the the difference. This UBC Contender event they had here this year, they didn't have the live transcription, and every match wasn't streamed. So they were having to record them and then send them to the transcriber as video files. And then, so you kind of backs up a little bit, and they weren't getting that immediate feedback. Okay, they got it straightened out.
Okay, so he played 4. Everybody's entitled to 4 on the doubles.
No more, no less.
Just to put them up like a little bit, but you put it up like that, and then we can remember. But that one's
Okay, so he's still a little confused.
I think that's a legal play.
We get stuck again here.
no. That's 5.
There you go. That's the starting position. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
He did it. Legal play. Okay, great shot for Tommy. You got to make the point inside. Tommy, you had a chance to do it last time. You got to do it now. So Tommy could really benefit from a big double here. So it's tempting to slot the deuce, but Tommy could counter prime him, so I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Now
Not bad, not bad.
He's hoping Johanatan burns a lot of pips here somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a start, although he'll...
I think I would just take the risk and slot the deuce here. It looks too awkward otherwise.
it's awkward, but Tommy does have a 5 prime, so
Yeah,
there's
but
a chance he could get stuck behind it.
Yeah.
But,
But look at all the bad numbers here.
Tommy's got to keep playing also, so he might not can maintain that 5 prime very long.
I mean, that's quite often a really nice move to make, to just slot the point, and then once you make it, you'll have a lot of relief from pressure. What do you think, Bill? Would you just keep the prime, hoping to get a shot, maintain the prime, or start the new point?
I think I would maintain the prime.
I think I would also. I don't think it's too big a difference, but... Okay, 5-4,
Okay, so
Bill.
there's he has to break it in a sense. Well, no, can't do that. Just gonna
He'll
have
find
to
it. He'll find it.
have to clear that one.
I don't know if are they playing legal moves or not. I think they are.
I don't know, Steve. It's
That's
a
interesting.
it's a responsible moves tournament. Now they could agree to legal moves.
Right.
I don't know.
So Tommy's hanging in there. What do you do? Slot the ace or bring it in?
I'm gonna slot the ace.
I love it. I love the slot there. He can remake the point. He can make the point with the ace, a 5, a 6. Smaller numbers.
Okay,
which-
now.
he's not gonna like this.
That's a cracking
He is
number.
not gonna like
that's
this.
a blotting number.
He's forced to play from 7 to 2 and has to elect one miserable 4 to play. Which will probably be 8 to 4, leaving aces, 4s, 5s, and 6s. Are we serious here?
That's about as bad as it gets.
I'll bet you if Tommy had the deuce point, he would like, oh my god, this would be 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s.
That's about that's
Yeah.
terrible roll. Now he could play with 2 blots playing the other way.
I think Tommy's going to redouble this. Whenever he puts his hand right next to his right ear,
Yeah.
it's the sign he's about to redouble. He beat me the last 2 times we played in the Orange County tournament.
Okay, that's the 2 blot play. The other one's a 3 blot play.
But Bill, if you were redoubled here after Bat's play, what would you do? Would you take her pass? It's a quadruple shot. Aces, 4s, 5s, and 6s at 2 blots.
I just think I personally I'm dropping it.
It's so miserable.
It's gammon written all over.
It's hard to recover.
And you're very possibly not going to clean it up on the next roll.
Yeah.
If you get missed.
Well, let's see. Tommy's got a very good sense about, internalizing his opponent's concern, maybe through the body language.
Might it be even, Steve? And I don't think this is the case. But could it be too good?
No, because first of all, he doesn't have a total winning position. If he hits, he might roll like a 3-2, and then he hits, and then Tommy is redoubling. So bravo, win or lose. But snap
he
take.
snaps it up.
Oh
now,
my
of course,
goodness,
he was thinking.
And I called 3-2, didn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, all week long, I've been calling these crazy numbers. I think I hold the back anchor. Ooh. Yeah, probably hold the back anchor and bring the checker in. Because I don't want him attacking behind. But there's a great position Tommy's got in.
Johanatan
And he fans.
dances.
Wow, Tommy's got a chance to
Got to pick up the second checker.
Yeah, aces, fours, and sixes hit. He hits, but he doesn't cover, but he can't be too concerned by that. Oh, that's good. One of the things we talked about, make your bad numbers good, and make your, look to see how many covers you have from the outside. And now here, what do you do with the 5? You just make the 19 point?
No,
Or cover the, or go to the bottom?
I'm trying to get that checker around. I'm going to go to the mid, or the 13 in this case.
Yeah, because he can't prevent against the double ace, double deuce joker.
Yeah, and
he's just
I
gotta-
want to get the builder.
I mean, this
into position.
Oh, this is a huge shake here. Oh,
Dances
and he stays
again.
out. Wow, he could go Macklin style on bats here and try to win 8 game in the first game of the match.
Yeah,
That's what it's.
but it's a long match, so
Oh.
just don't panic.
Wow, great shot, covers the one he wanted to cover.
Yeah.
No, that's not the position.
No.
Oh yeah, that's a cover.
Okay,
on the
that's
3.
the position.
Out with the 5. Okay.
You got it by a different
Oh,
combination,
right. Yeah,
but
yeah. So
okay.
Bats is in
dance.
trouble here. He's going to potentially lose 4 or 8 points. Tommy
5,
brings the
bring it-
builder
bring
in.
it
He's so excited. He drops the checker. Is he doing a David Copperfield here? And it's like it'll disappear down his sleeve.
No,
And
I wouldn't do this.
No,
Would
that's
you-
just way too
That's
fancy.
wrong. Play to the 7. Or you could, yeah.
he's not even gaining any covers as far as I
right.
can.
Play to the 7.
You got to keep that 5 prime. Worst case scenario, he comes in with double ace. Maybe he's trying to prevent against a double ace super joker. But this is just the wrong idea. It's just way too fancy.
1 is 2 blots. 2nd, you're breaking the 5 prime.
It's the kind of play you might make if you were in the intermediate final and wore a tuxedo,
Is that right?
just to look fancy. But I don't think he's going to do that.
He shouldn't do that, certainly.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
Tommy.
the play.
Came
Correct.
to his senses. Okay.
Still
5-4.
dancing.
So we got, that's a cover.
That's a cover.
Oh, but no, you can't do that because now double ace is cracked.
Double ace is cracked.
Yeah, he didn't see
needed
that.
to
He
come
played it too
out.
quickly. Lucky guy didn't roll that double ace. That was preventable.
So
And that's
now he just wants to best position
that's
himself.
a little bit inaccurate. You want to keep the checkers separated to give yourself the best chance to bring him to the 6 point. But he's probably will recover. That's okay.
That's fair.
Play to
You
the-
want to leave him on the high points.
Yeah, so you can
and
bear him off, keep your board.
and protect against this double 6, double 5.
I know this is interesting because he's going to have to leave a shot with double 6 basically no matter how he plays it.
Either way.
So he might as well just bring him to the 12 and 11. Easier to bear into the 6 and the 5 point. I mean, there's a way to protect against double 6 to make the midpoint and play 5-2, but nobody is going to play that scared. He's looking at it, and it's like all roads lead to Rome. But I don't want to put the spare lower on the board here. You still leave a shot on double 6s. It's not that big a deal, but it's a little bit.
1.
No, that's not where they were they? They were.
It could be
13
that he
and-
played an ace. He played a checker on
He
the
could,
13
yeah.
and 14.
They were on 13, 14 to start with.
So this is good. They're back to the
Okay,
starting
back
position.
to starting position.
Eventually,
Okay.
Tommy's going to come to the realization that he can't. And this is pretty good. They don't have to play on a clock. They don't have to worry about I mean, Mochi would be down to 7 seconds.
So
Michael Niagara would be down to 3 seconds.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a miss.
Okay.
Actually, double 6 did not leave a shot this way.
Now
But
just
so I was wrong,
make him on the 11.
but you just can't play that scared and win
9 and 10.
for sure. I mean, this is probably not that big a difference. Okay.
Okay.
But he would have been in a little better shape after the double 6s.
Right.
Because they would have had the spares on the 4, 3, and 2.
Exactly.
And you
Okay,
never know. You
so-
could freak lose this game here, and it's like on a tiny play like that, you don't want to lose. So we would have had 2 checkers
No,
off.
be careful.
He
There
would
you
have had
go.
2 checkers off in the 4 or 5 point board. Instead, he's got an odd checker on the high point, and he gave up the 4 point. And Bats comes in with the 4. This could cost Tommy the Gammon in 4 points. Oh wow!
Whoa, now what do you do? Play 5, 3, and no, you can't do that.
I think you just hit, go to the 4. No,
Hey.
I want to take a piece off, but I don't want to leave a checker on the high point. This is a little too conservative.
Take
I
one
think
off.
5 to 3, 1 off, and then maybe 2 to 1. I mean, if nothing else, you got to get a piece off. You got to try and win a gammon. Bats has got a, you know, a disassembled position, which is recoverable, but yeah, it's like tiny mistakes can like mushroom into like big problems. It's weird how that happens. Okay, that's a little
Okay.
bit too conservative. He's going to win more games this way. The Bats comes
Okay.
in and plays to the 6 point.
He should save this. You want to take a crossover. That's the most efficient one.
The one thing I could say about Tommy's play, at least he was left with an even number of checkers. So if Bats comes in, he could just start ripping, and he's off in 5 rolls. But that was a misplay, not playing to the 6 point. You almost
Exactly.
always want to play exactly to the 6 point, efficient as possible. Yeah, so both players are making some tiny technical mistakes that could come back to haunt them. That comes in. You generally move the back checker closer unless you can make a big double work for you.
Okay, Hanatan in a bit of a bind here. Going to take 2 crossovers, I think. Got to. No, in case you got to take. I say that.
Yeah, well, that's interesting because if you just play there, now you roll an ace, you might be off in 3 rolls, which you get you gammoned.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about the crossover, Bill. Well, it's going to be efficient. Play to the 6 before you think about anything else. Move the back checker closer, and then probably slide
4, 3.
the ace or the 3. I'm not sure which is better, sliding the ace or the 3.
Yeah.
It's reasonable. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But Tommy's in a position to win 8-point gammon in the first game of the match.
And he
rolls
does.
double twos, and he
Whoa.
does. An 8-0 lead. Brandon
8-0.
Macklin style.
Brandon Macklin.
Regardless of whether Brandon wins the tournament or not, this is going to be known as the Macklin. Going and jumping out to an 8-0 lead.
Yeah. You know, there was, you see some crazy things. That's like, and you may have remembered it from Stockholm, the Beneshu sequence. That's
Which
kinda
one was that?
introduced that into the lingo, the Beneshu sequence.
Tell me what happened. What was that about?
Eric Beneshu got backgammoned in Stockholm in the undefeated semifinal, I think. He had 1 checker in the air, and Christoph Wagner had 4 on the ace, 4 on the deuce. And Beneshu rolled 1-2, 1-2, double ace. He got BG'd.
Incredible. So, Tommy, yeah, this is a nice play to split. You definitely do not want to make the bar and leave the direct shots there. You got a better board. Your back checker split against weak attack position. So Bats has just got to make the 22 point and be happy with that.
Now, what both need to do, I mean, it's a 15-point match, so there's a long time to go. Neither one can overreact to this, right? I mean,
Oh, I got stories I can tell you.
Hanatan, you know, he needs to be a little bit more aggressive and so forth because of the score, but he can't go slap raving crazy either, right? Same thing. Tommy needs to play a little bit more conservative with the big lead, but he can't just totally draw into
You're
a
absolutely
shell
right.
either, you know?
That's some of the best advice I've ever heard about that kind of situation. With Bats, I think he really needs to clear the outside point. He could play for his position slowly. You don't have to, like, especially when Tallerico's got an anchor, you're not going for the attack. Just bring your position home slowly, especially with the race lead. So this is an unnecessary risk. He's got to clear the 16 now. But that was a frightening redouble that Bats had to think about in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a quadruple shot at 2 blots? I think the only thing that might have enticed him to take that cube was the fact that Tommy had a blot on the ace and deuce, but it's kind of an unrecoverable position. I don't know.
Yeah, and like we said, it had gammon written all over it. You know?
There was a definite possibility with the checkers on the 8.2 blots at jeopardy. It was really... Okay, so this is kind of interesting in a lame way
almost
here.
forced.
It is almost forced. All right, so just bring your checker in. No fancy moves. Don't switch from 6 to 2.
That's only 3, wasn't it?
Okay, well, enter illegal move. That happens.
It happens.
Joe Urso accidentally played 3 deuces in my finals match with him in the Monte Carlo Open. Neither one of us noticed it. The transcriber said, you only played 3 deuces. He had to play the 4th deuce. Okay. So make the ace
just make
all
the
day long.
ace.
Yeah.
You got to button it up sometime.
Oh,
There's
what a
another
shot for
2-5. 2 in a row to make that
And Tommy's
15
ahead of the race
point.
here. So let's see. 60, 90, 102,
And in
104.
slot.
128, 121 for blue. 82 and 12, 125. But Tommy's up 3 pips. I'm sorry it took so long for me to get that count.
And he's in
Yeah, but he's up 8-0. It's a good position. Believe me, if he gets to like money double just a little bit better, he can double. It doesn't matter. 8-0. He still needs 7 points to win the match. And you can't just grind it out 1 point at a time. I mean, you can, but he can think about doubling here. I think he should actually.
well, and what you can read
18.
again, it's an interesting thing. He could double here, right? And you might anticipate. I mean, Johannaton's kind of down on himself, right? He just lost 8. He just danced with a set of boxes. Is he frustrated and he'd just let this go in a heartbeat? Or has he reacted to the other way where he wants to take the cube and try to put big numbers
That's
in play to catch up?
Very concise observation. I mean, I try not to give anything off when I'm playing. I may be boiling and tumbling inside, but you're best off not reacting.
Okay.
And so Tommy maybe was okay to double or not double that last, but now that oh, look at this. Switcheroony. Switcheroony and then make the 11 point. Wow, how about that?
Do you make the 11 point or do
Yeah,
you
because-
just come down to the 9?
Well, let's think about that for a second, because he can't afford to come off the bar and hit him with the 5-1 or 2-1 because of the 2 blots inside his board and a weak board. But that's not unreasonable. I mean, I think that's a way too conservative to play the
That's
stick.
yeah, I don't
You,
like
you want
this.
to take advantage of the weakness of his position. If you go
And
to
he
the
got, remember, Johannaton has 2 blots over there too, so
yeah.
he doesn't have to be as concerned as he might be otherwise. So
Yeah.
I definitely bring another builder down.
That's just,
Well, he could do that. And, no, I don't like that at all.
well, especially the race is not even like a foregone conclusion. And the risk is like, and also if you keep the 15 and make the 11, bats can't come in off the bar with the double 5s hitting covers. So this is a little bit too conservative.
I think it's too conservative also.
I mean, either your play build to the 9 or to the 11. I'm happy with either play. But I kind of like releasing one of the outfield points as a preparation. Just bring your pieces home. But it's close.
Okay.
But at least he didn't play 10-6 or
Right.
twice on the midpoint. So now it's probably got a play on here.
Yeah.
All right, so
5-2. Clear the 16 or 15. I'm sorry.
you could do that, but you could also just clear the other midpoint. Just go for it.
Yeah. Although this gets you the builders and blocks to the Joker double 5.
So
I
now
don't
Tommy
know
should
how
stop
far he
and
is
think
behind.
about what he's doing here, and he's just rolling. He's way ahead in the race. He's got some attacking chances.
I got it a 6 and a 3.
8.
Well, this is better. I
Okay, so
overlooked
what do we
that.
got here? 64, 70, 84, 90, 96 for white. If he runs,
Now
let's
he
see,
can
70,
go to the
80,
mid,
90,
but what's the
92.
count
So it's 7 pips. 96 to 103.
after?
Yeah.
Tommy's 96.
Yeah, Tommy's 96. So I thought Tommy had an opportunity to just gain a point there. He didn't double when Bats was on the bar. But you can get a sense of comfort. Like you got an 8-0 lead, and you just think, okay, if not long as something like really crazy doesn't happen, I'm going to win this match. But you got to be super intense and fight all the way, to the last play. It's
Okay, him realizing that he's down in the race.
He's down in the race, and Tommy's got some iffy numbers here coming home. So that's the interesting one. I'm not sure, really. Okay. Oh, what a great
nice
shot here.
roll.
He brings two
them
down.
two
He's got the
down.
active builders
And then he has
on the point here.
spares on those points. And,
So that a 14-point lead. So now it's down to 8. I mean, you could. I think he's okay to wait. I think if he didn't double before, he's not doubling now. I mean, he didn't double when he had a bigger race lead. In the
although
chip.
it's a little bit easier to clear from here than it was.
I don't think there's any bad numbers.
Three strip points. But,
Can you think of any bad numbers? 2-0. That's it. That's the only bad number I can think of.
2-0?
Okay, this is not bad.
6-3,
bring
bring
the
them both
checker.
in.
So, let's count the races. 38, 68, 78, 80. 80 for Tommy. 38, 68, 88, 91, 99. So it's 19 pip lead, but he's got 12 to play, 7 to play. It's down to 12.
And Tommy's still ever so slightly awkward. And with an 8-0 lead, I think he'll...
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to send this.
No, I don't think so either. Oh, look at this.
Maybe this.
He's stepping into the attack. What
Gives him
bad
a
numbers does
lot,
Tommy
lot
have?
of pick and passes as
6-2.
well.
Did I mention? Oh, he doubles, Tommy. Okay, now it was a snap double, but Bass did not snap take it. He's looking.
How far is he down?
Okay, 30, 60, 70, 80 for white, 10, 20, 40, 70, 84, 90. Okay, that's pretty good. Cleared the
Yeah.
outside point. You do have a few bad numbers, but so it's a 10 pips.
Now-
Now it's a 20 pip difference. A very reasonable take, especially down 8-0, but I don't mind the double from Tommy. That's a nice play.
Nice play, keeping that.
So 6 bad numbers,
Keeping,
and he
there
got
it
one of the
is.
6 bad numbers.
You know, he kept that number, that checker back for just aggravation to Tommy
Yeah.
Barron and the
But
potential
Batson's
to
got
get
a
a
juice
shot.
shot here to get back into the match. He rolls
No,
double
but
fives.
that's not a bad miss.
Oh, it's the second best miss. So what do we got here? How close is the race now? 51, 62, 45,
Okay,
50,
he's-
62, 3.
Whoa, look at this. Whoa.
So
that,
Bats pull within 1 pip, but now Tommy
now that's
get the double fives. Oh,
1, 2 up, and to the
it doesn't
3.
matter too much. Wow.
Well, at least he owns the cube, so he's in it till the end.
Yeah,
to,
Tallerico's got an opportunity to take
oh,
a
look at this.
10-0 lead. We're not going to call it Macklin style. We're going to call it Tommy style from now on if he wins this match. What's happening in that championship final?
4-1 Brandon.
Oh, 4-1 Brandon. Okay.
He didn't get 8 in the first game.
No,
But Tommy picked up the slack, right?
he did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2.
4,
Oh, he
5, that's good.
needs
But it's
doubles.
probably going to be too little too late.
If unless Tommy rolls a deuce, but he didn't roll a deuce, so Bats needs the boxes here to really take the lead. Even double fives wouldn't help as much. Okay.
4, 5, that's 2 off.
If he pulls a muscle in his rolling arm,
that's
you have to
curtains
switch to the
right
other
there.
arm.
Okay.
Wow, 10-0 lead.
10-0.
But he's young. He's 18 years old. He's not going to take a break. He's going to fight on. Old guys like you and me would take breaks.
We take a lot of
For
breaks.
different reasons, though.
Oh, he is going to take a break.
Oh, this message
Mystery.
sponsored by Flomax.
He got to unsteam a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
I mean,
I don't know.
that's advisable, yeah.
Advisable. Yeah,
Sure.
he's got to be feeling it, you know. And
Yeah, that first game was, and I think in part it became a disaster because he didn't slot from 4 to 2.
mhm.
If he could have slotted from 4 to 2, we would have made the deuce point. Yeah, he might have left an outside shot, but it wouldn't have been as disaster. It was such a horrible shake, that 5-4.
yeah,
The anti-joker of the tournament, maybe. And what a time to do it in the finals.
pardon me. Why not you, if you can find Jason Pack, if he hasn't started his, did they start? Okay, never mind. I was going to say, you know, this match may be over pretty quickly, so Jason and them could have perhaps played on the stream, which he wanted to do, but it's no. I mean, if they've started, they've started. This is going to be.
It'd probably be another hour to hour and a half.
Could be. Who knows? It could be very quickly, but who knows? Right?
Yeah. Anywhere from a half an hour to 2.5 hours.
It could be 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Unlikely, because Tommy's not going to let any cubes get in play to speak
Right.
of here. Shouldn't.
So, Bill, when do you get a chance to play? Because you're such a great commentator and you provide a great service for the community, but you're a really good player. And when are we going to see you play in one of these tournaments?
Well, the only tournament, and Tara's a very good player, too.
I know that.
She's
I don't enter any of the women's events that she enters because I don't want to face her for other reasons, too.
I was talking about Tara being a good player, too. Steve said, yeah, I don't enter any of the women's events that Tara's in.
Yeah.
So, but the only tournament we actually play each year is New York Metro because we don't work it. And it's like a month before our tournament, so it's good recruiting ground.
Right.
And it enables us a chance to just enjoy a backgammon weekend and play. So, but you know, otherwise we travel and do so many tournaments. We were in Stockholm a couple 3 weeks ago, whenever that was. We're doing this. We go home for a month, and then we go to Dubai for a couple of weeks for the Oasis International Tournament.
Bring some sunscreen.
Yeah.
It's hot there.
And then we're going to do Avi Cohen's new tournament in Miami.
Wonderful.
In November.
Yeah.
We're doing the streaming and commentary.
That's a nice time to be in Florida.
Yeah. So we stay busy.
Yeah. The last time we played, I think it was a 2016 California Championship. No, it was the Masters. You played me in the first round. You beat me.
Where was that at?
I believe it was a 2016 the LA Open Masters. And you beat me in the first round.
You know, one of my funniest recollections of playing you
Oh, yeah?
was in Atlanta, probably, who knows, 15, 16, 17 years ago.
Okay.
And we were playing a Masters match.
Right.
And you were, perhaps as to be expected, kicking me pretty well.
Oh, yeah?
But, you know, we ended up, I had like 10 minutes left and you had like 30 seconds left.
Really?
And you were like, you know, Bill, you know, he says, what's going on here? He said, you're gonna have to start burning some more time or shaking longer or something like that. And I kind of look at you and laugh, and I said, Steve, there is another solution.
Yeah, play quicker.
Play quicker.
That's funny. No, good call. Good call, Bill. I believe that was the tournament. I didn't do much of anything in the Masters, but I got to the finals of the Atlanta tournament against the late, great Malcolm Davis.
Yeah.
And it got to DMP. And,
you know, one of another favorite Steve Sachs memory of mine, you very likely may remember this one. In Indianapolis 18, 20 years ago.
Okay.
You were playing a match with someone, I don't know who it was, and you had 15 checkers in your home board and bore off in 4 rolls.
Oh, my goodness. It's possible. I mean, I won that tournament in 2002, 2005, which is about the same timeline you're talking about.
It was probably maybe 2005-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so he went and he got him a second to bring in and give him some moral support or something. And
that's his first second.
That's his first second, and of course his second looks younger than he does.
Nice to have a pal around. Yeah.
Yeah, but
and we resume 10-0
we
Tommy.
resume. Okay, so again, even more so than at 8-0, we're at 10-0, and they're going to have those tendencies of you know, Tommy wanting to be a little conservative and Jonathan wanting to be more aggressive, make something happen, and that you know, he's in a extremely deep hole here.
What a great shot for Tommy. Slow down, Tommy.
That makes
Escape.
that.
Make the 3-point your final. He leaves 4 shots.
See, and he
6-1
immediately, his initial reaction was to play to the 3-point or something like that, and then he stepped back, looked a little closer, and he saw that he made the 11.
I mean, this is an intermediate tournament. You can't expect, you know, the players to be playing in the 3s or 4s. They may indeed, but you know, that was probably a slightly conservative choice there. I would have just made the 3-point. So what do you like here? Splitting or bringing the builder down?
I'm splitting.
I'm splitting too, because if he makes one of those, the 5-point, it's going to be good anyway.
Yeah.
You give yourself a chance to like make an advanced anchor or get a direct shot. A nice play, but by Bats. Tommy, see, he rolls a little bit of an awkward number that might in part be due to the fact that he didn't choose to make the 3-point when he had a chance.
Yeah.
But we may be possibly looking at
The double hit.
maybe is that a double tiger? Can we
I'm not sure.
Can we? You know what? I told Michi one time. He was talking about the double tiger, and I said, Michi, can I show you the triple antelope? And he's like, what is that? Steve, you're joking. Yes, Michi, I'm joking. I always joke.
Had him confused. Huh?
He's a great guy, Michi.
Yeah.
Great author, teacher, friend. All right, Tommy. Attack.
Okay.
Now, it's not entirely unreasonable for Bats to be thinking about our early double here, down 10-0. I mean, this is going to lose his market, make it the 5-point and make the anchor. And unless Tommy re-anchors himself, it's probably going to be like time for Bats to score a point here. It's a little bit too big a play because you suffer against double 2s, double aces, and you're stripping the midpoint. So this is, if he indeed does his play, that's a fine play, disciplined play. Tommy rolls 2-1. Now, Bats might have a double here, but it'd be easy take for Tommy. I mean, you're down 10-0, you know?
Yeah, you got to force the issue.
Yeah. I think if Tommy had a active builder on the 5-point, he would, I mean, sorry, if Johanna had an active builder, he could have doubled there, but 6-4, ugh.
Yeah.
Run out all the way, face the strip midpoint. But Johanatan probably has a double here. Yeah, the race is in his favor. He's got some shots, some attacking chances. So, and he does hit here. Yeah, I think, yeah, escape and hit. It's a little better than making the point. This seems safe.
Yeah, you make it because, you know, Tommy dances 9% of the time, and there's 2 other blocks out there after the hit and point play.
So here's the thing. This does leave the counter shot of double 2, double 4, but I still, I mean, it's not too bad. You still have active builders on the 6 and 8, but I still like the hit and escape. It's almost pretty close to a guaranteed win. So let me ask you a question.
It'd be interesting if he does this and Tommy were to dance, I'd send it in a heartbeat.
Or it could be
maybe
too good.
here also.
Okay, so 3-5. So this is simple double right here. Oh, no, he's going to safety the checker, and he's going to get double. It's probably a drop. 50-50, ace, 70. 21-30. So he's not doubling here. This is just missed opportunity.
Wow.
But it's interesting because if he doubled, Tommy would probably pass, and he might, as a result, get a gammon with after this double 6s. How do you play double 6s here?
I'm going to make the bar in the 2.
Make the bar in the 2. Certainly very reasonable. But that was definitely a double and almost for certainty a pass.
Now, depending on Tommy's consequent. Oh.
It's an idea to make the deuce and just come all the way around. That's not legal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this, but I might make the deuce. Now he's looking at the play. This is very reasonable. Escapes the back checker. And if Tommy comes out with a 6-3 from the bar, then Bats can just double.
More power to him. Okay. That's 3. Well, he's getting me confused now. He's shuffling so much.
The original?
He's still got 2 to play.
Like 3-card Monte in Times Square.
Okay, that's the original. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's reasonable. I
think that's the most reasonable play.
So Tommy's looking to just anchor up and save the gammon here.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a nice play. And Tommy, oh, he
There's a
comes in and out.
hitter.
But again, as I said, Bats can just double from the bar here. It's a score down 10-0, but he doesn't stop thinking about it. Now that's an interesting move. Yeah,
No.
enter and
Well,
what do you do?
maybe.
You want to hit the inside one or the outside one?
But just too many blocks to hit the outside.
Yeah.
probably.
So Tommy comes in. Is this a double pass from here? It's close to possibly
Yeah,
too good.
he's got to send this, I think.
115 for blue. 50, 80, 10. Yeah, this is inexperience. You know, he's not doubling here. Unless he's playing for
got
the
to
gammon.
go. He can make the 3-point.
Well, I don't want to give Tommy the tempo, so I actually would make the deuce hit and probably play to the 9. No, he should play to the 9 and give himself an extra builder. He's duplicating aces, but it's now he's too good. So
got to
if
send
he
it.
doubles now, we'll know that he didn't think he was good enough before, and he's too good now. So, but he's on the board.
He's on the board, which small consolation, but
The kid
you
from
know,
Haifa who's
the,
only been playing for
the
6
longest
months.
journey starts with one small step, right? So
Okay. Tommy should be feeling pretty good that he only lost.
he got 8 in the first game. He pulled a Brandon.
Okay, look at this. Tommy playing unnecessarily conservative. He should make the 11 point. He's not facing any resistance on the other side of the board. This possibly is a 2-away, 4-away kind of play, but not when he needs 5 points to win the match.
Now, where's your ace if you do
Yeah,
that?
slot to 5. You're happy to slot to
Yeah.
5. Make the anchor slot to 5.
I might bring it down.
That's just a little too conservative. I mean, you're starting a good point and you're making an anchor. And he sees it and he makes a play. It's a nice play to Yohanatan. But Tommy
Whoa.
with a monster shot here.
Bring it. Bring it.
I think that's fine. I mean, the race, it's okay.
It wasn't huge either way. I don't
135 for
think.
white. Let's see, 70, 120, 153. Yeah, so not a double at this score. Well, simple. 11 and 7. Those are the craps numbers, right? Sort of the 11 and 7 is minimum number of shots. It's only 6-2. It doesn't matter whether you have active builder on the 8 or the 7. It's a nice play. But I don't know. I think I probably would have just come to the 10 point with the double sixes. And still got to get off that point. And Bats is just going to be improving his position. Okay, so, I mean, if you weren't going to play risky before, you're not going to do it now.
So he's just going to go to the 6.
I mean, the idea, I mean, you know, certain scores, you might just want to play 16-11, duplicate the 4s, but he still has a reasonable number of constructive or safe numbers from here. Doubles, 5-3, 6-3. Oh, double 2s. Wow.
It's a nice
Great
number.
shot. Got the advanced anchor. He still has plenty of timing. It's not unreasonable to slot there. Go 4-4. Wow, huge swing on that double sixes play that Tommy played. So what do we got here? 50, 80, 100, 104, 111, 103, 136. So it's 25 pips after the play.
But
Bats is going to have a role to play.
Yeah, and Tommy's got a problem, perhaps trying to clear those 2 off the 16.
But it was self-imposed. He could have done it initially.
Exactly.
With a double 6.
Exactly.
And then you don't want to break the prime and bring builders in to make the inside points. Just make the inside point. If you have to make a break for it, then at least you'll have an extra point in your board and an extra point in your prime. What happened in the women's final? Was that? Oh, is it going on right now?
No, it ended. Miho McLeod won.
Oh, okay. I don't know her, but I'm friends with Kazuko.
Yeah, Kazuko makes a lot of international tournaments. So you see her around quite a bit.
She's legendary.
She brought Tara and I a real nice gift
Oh,
this week.
very thoughtful. So this is a little bit of an overplay. It's not too bad because Bats has got free checkers to move. So Tommy can just break one of those outside points to make an inside point. But, I mean, as I know the cube's in the center, but that was was a costly move with that double sixes. I think it was up 18 pips at the time. Well, 6-2. Okay.
Okay, just 7 and 6.
Absolutely. Tommy's not volunteering a shot here, so he knows he's not getting a shot. 3-1. Okay, make the ace point. Oh, simple slot. Okay. Which point do you break?
I don't know.
I have an opinion. But...
I think I break the 8. He's not going to be anxious to leave a shot anyway. So
right. And it's constructive because you're starting the inside points you want to make.
He's going to be very hesitant to leave a shot, so go ahead and go to work.
Right. So it's an illusion of safety to play to the 7 and the 3-point here. Because Bats has got 2 free checkers to play, which are constructive to make the deuce point. Simply start your 2-point and hope to make the 2 or the 4 the next shake.
Hey, Tommy's.
But I like that he's taking his time, regardless. There's been times in many of these matches where players play way too fast. And this without a clock. Oh, look at this. It's interesting.
Nice shake by...
wow.
Now, had he played the other play, he wouldn't have gotten out. The 4, look how ugly the 4 would have been played had Tommy played the other.
56. 103 for blue. 36, 70, 80 for 96. But Tommy's still up 7 and on shake. But the advantage has really gone to almost nothing. Okay.
Whoa, well.
No problem for Sir Tallerico. That's right. Take your time. Make the 4, slot the deuce. It's not going to be a big deal because it's going to be double pass
out anyway.
So this is 31 pips of. He needs boxes. I mean, even if he rolls double 5s, I think it's a drop. It's a drop. Tommy's going to go up 11-1. 4 away.
Okay.
And it's just a matter of moments.
This is an eyeball double. You don't even have to count it.
But there's no harm in taking your time when you have the time. 72, 94. Yeah, 22 pips. Okay. All right. Pretty clear pass.
Okay, so he cashed that as we anticipated.
What was that? Oh, yes.
He cashed that as we anticipated.
So, So there's a lot of ways to play this 6-2, Bill. Anchor and safety, reasonable. You can make the 4-point, you can make the 10-point.
Anchor up and slide to 5. Let's go to the deuce, huh?
Yeah.
5-3 makes the 5.
Very close race. 139 for blue. Oh, now it's 119. But he's not going to have a double, regardless of what time he rolls.
He's got to get something constructive done before he can. He's just totally inflexible.
133.
All I can do is go to the 7.
19.
Tommy's got a 4-point board.
The 14 pips plus the 7 is that's not
He's
unreasonable.
gonna go to the ace. Okay,
It gives him a good 6-1.
Keeps the spare on the.
I stay back, hang back, slot the deuce. 21 minus 4, 17 pips. You really want it. You don't want your opponent to be able to play behind you. Okay, 4-1. Well,
Just button it up. Keep the spare on the 13.
That's nice.
Maybe makes the bar.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, this is a really nice shot for Tommy here. He's going to be patient, wait for a shot. Oh, great shot by Bats. But I don't think that's going to be the play. You definitely play 3 to the...
I make the 2 and the 5.
Yeah, you have to do that. I mean, you could bring 3 down and play to the 10, but that leaves 4 shots unnecessarily.
Yeah. No.
And this is, yeah,
down right now. Maybe like if we had this format, maybe we'd move this thing too, so we could have commentary. That sound reasonable?
On the other super jackpot.
Yeah. That sound okay?
wow.
Yeah, unless you want to see the status of Ziska and Royme.
No, he's playing PJT.
No, he's not playing 2D. He's playing Ellie.
I said he's currently playing.
Oh, so he's alive.
PJT.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm going to take stream 3 down, because what I'm saying is we could move him to stream 2, that way you could commentate on it.
That's fine.
Does that sound good?
Yes. Sorry, we're Tarek trying to coordinate our
112.
various matches we're trying to stream today.
95 to 112, so 17 pip differential. I don't think so. I think I bring 2 down or just play 1 down and slot the bar. There's only a few hits and covers, and you want to sort of control the movement of blue's pieces. But if... oh, what's going on? Oh, they're joking around. That's good. I like
But it
that.
looks like, and it's probably to Jehonatan's benefit. He's
Tested me?
gotten past that frustration that was justifiably so, perhaps, and he's a young kid to.
So this, let's see, 58 to 92, 44, 84, 94, 100, 100, 107, 92, 107. I mean, it's a take, especially at 4 away. But I can understand you're primed in, you're down 15. It's not a happy take. And I might be wrong.
That's good. I'm glad to see the guy enjoying himself a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it was. I mean, he got a kick in the gut that first game, and
Well, that was horrific.
apparently on the match we had on Stream 3, the #1 Super Jackpot, Daniel Sorensen of Denmark beat David Wells.
Wow. I
Of the
mean,
United
they're
States.
both great. They're both
great.
great players.
Sorensen is an incredible player.
Well,
Perhaps one of the least well-known super players in the world, and David Wells is without peer almost in my estimation. He's good.
Well, guess who I got to meet and play USA versus Denmark? I was on table 1
Daniel Sorensen.
against Daniel Sorensen, and he played like 2.1.
Yeah, he's a great player.
And
Super nice guy, too.
and I don't want to brag, but I played a 1.2.
Look out. Did you win?
No, I won 1 match and lost 5. It was almost like
But, you know, as a quick aside, and you probably know this, Daniel Sorensen is involved in education, like
Yeah, he told me
elementary
about
school. And he started a program in Denmark where he recently, like 6 weeks ago or so now, I guess, had a school kid tournament in Copenhagen that they had 529 kids.
you kidding?
500.
Wow, that's organization. That's fantastic.
So he gave actually a seminar in Stockholm that a lot of people attended, explaining how he's done this and his methodology and how he's developed this program in Denmark for other people to try to emulate. So kudos to Daniel Sorensen.
No, that's still 5.
Yeah, great guy.
Great guy. I didn't know him before Stockholm, but in a month or so, I've been around him a lot. We've streamed him a lot, and I'm just a great guy. I'm very happy to know him.
Thank you, Tara. So 6-1. So down 11-2, we could start thinking about a possible double here. Again, you know, he didn't take his time and he could have doubled. Now he's lost his market or potentially a play on. So he's going to just double here and Tommy will pass.
He
That's my
should
presumption.
double and Tommy should pass.
But again, it's the intermediate division here. They're playing too quickly and they're excited. Not sure what's actually going to happen. Tommy's got an ace to play. I like this play. And it's Yehuda's, Yohannatat's not doubling. This is I mean, this is
kind of
probably
opportunity you should be looking for.
I mean, maybe it was like a money take or even possibly a take at the score, but it's certainly a double. That would, you know, I mean, look at the position. You got a better board. You got your opponent blocked in. Possible to make the advanced anchor. And the score. All right. Oh, that's the wrong idea. You don't need the prime. Yeah, this is that should just double here. I mean, how much more of an advantage do you want? Position, race, threats, initiative, tempo.
Just got to go. There it is.
Doubles, and Tommy
very
will
good.
pass this
Very
one.
good, Johanna.
He didn't make that last play to take. If he was going to take, he would have played 2 off the 8-point to the 4. He did not make this, and he passed the previous game, which is probably borderline take pass. This is, I mean, for me, you know, especially when Tommy double slots like that, that gives Johannatan a chance to counter slot his bar point. And what's Tommy going to do? I think Tommy's going to realize that, taking his time. He'll pass. Oh, he fooled me. I lost that bet.
You know, it's interesting, and this was only a second game, I guess, but people can get into a tendency of not wanting to keep dropping cubes.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, that's a good phenomenon that you mentioned, Bill. Because you're like, draw a line in the sand. Enough of this, you know?
I've had enough of this. I'm not doing it anymore.
Right. But the problem is the positions are independent and not associated with each other. Yeah. So this is a nice play to break the 8-point. Make the point that you want to make. Have a spare pieces to make the 2-point.
Johannatan looking for something good. You know, it's kind of interesting. I struggled with that name a lot, but once you say a name a number of times, it starts flowing a little more naturally, you know?
So what do you like with the 6-5 here?
I'm going to slot the 3.
I would come out with 2 checkers. You got a better board. He's got a blot in his board, and it's risky for him to hit. He'll have to hit.
And a hit, he gives up the mid.
Right. This is a hopeful play here. I don't think he even sees but I mean, this is not as good as sliding the 3-point. Because you're putting a. I mean, maybe this is part of.
Effectively out of play, but
Right. I mean, maybe this is in part why Tommy took, because he thought maybe in studying the match that they played that he's not great at these types of positions. I don't know. But yeah, I was surprised. Yeah. 6-4. Well,
gotta
this is
go.
not so good. No, you don't have to. You could slot the 3, duplicate aces. You could go. You could bring 2 in. This is interesting here.
Okay.
You might be right.
That's what seconds are for. Fetch water.
Oh, this is 6-4 here.
6-4.
How about come out and make the ace point? Duplicate deuces. That's a play I like, actually.
Yeah, I think if he comes out, he's going all the way, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I like 6-1. I mean, that checker on the ace point is really objectionable, and you can, like, remedy the situation to a certain extent.
Just watching him play, I had the impression of him that was going to be his play.
Yeah, well, certainly you can get. So what's Tommy? Ooh, yeah, like
that
that.
doesn't hit.
So what's going on here?
He misread him.
No, I know, but
miscounted or something.
We got a 5 to play. Wow, I mean, you break the midpoint, totally go for it. Oh, you can come out. Yeah, oh, I didn't even see that. How about that? That's not unreasonable. The race is close, 15.
But I don't think Tommy's going to.
But I think that probably is the right play.
It might be the right play.
And this is in part the opportunity for him to make this play was a result of Johanatan not making the ace point.
I don't think he's going to do this.
I mean, it looks great if it works, but
Nor should he do this.
4
in my estimation. But
4 blots in jeopardy with 11-2 lead.
And a 2 cube in play.
Yeah. I think it's just exit and hit. I don't like this. It's a little bit too conservative. All right, well, that was his choice. Okay. Well,
Okay.
big swing on that. Because, I mean, you never like to say, like, oh, if he'd made this play, look, 6-2 would have danced. But, you know, all things being equal,
But
it would have been a better
6-2
spot.
would've-
Exactly. So he's got a hit. Just play into the 4. Could be a big swing game here. If Johanatan gets...
Yeah, he's got a hit. I think that's obvious to him. Then he can find his 6. Hit, and then look for your best 6.
Right. And if he gets 4 points in a gammon this game, maybe the knots in the stomach will be on Tommy's side now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not opportunistic enough there. Bring the builder into attack. Wow, look at a great shot for Tommy. Unbelievable.
Okay.
And he needed it.
Comes out,
And
I
now,
guess,
Johanatan fans here, this could be the match.
True enough.
Because how many blots is... Oh, ace 2. See, Tom is in, but he doesn't
But
hit.
he can't button up much.
Dang.
He has to go, 13-11.
That's all he's got.
That's all he's got.
But now Tommy's in a pretty good spot here. He has 3s and deuces to hit, 6s to escape.
You go from 4 blots to 2 blots by
Yeah.
playing over in that quadrant by no.
He's
you
not
got to
going to
go
that. He's absolutely not going to do that. He's going to look at it,
13-11.
take his time, and figure it out, and he's going to make that right play.
That's the best of the ugly
Yeah.
potentials.
Well, it's way better than dancing. Let's put it that way. Tommy
Okay,
got a
but
5-1. Well, this is okay.
Gonna make the 18.
It's okay. At least he's not getting gammon. So... Okay, so what do we got here? His safety both checkers.
Yeah, 4 and 11.
120 for blue after the play. 69. It's an even race. 122 each. Game 6 in next year's NBA Finals will be 122, 122 going to overtime. Cleveland versus the Clippers. And if I'm right, you owe me $1. Okay, not too bad. So Tommy's going to bring 2 down. He's got a 10-pip lead here.
Just got a text from that is watching us.
Ooh.
Hi, Hannah. Hannah
Oh.
DeRosier.
Oh, one of my students.
Lake Charles.
We played a practice game, and she's like 11 or 10
She
or
just turned 12.
we played a practice game. She beats me, and she says, "Take that, sucker." No, she didn't say that. I just made that up. She's a good kid. She's a good kid.
Now, it's funny. I remember the first time they came to San Antonio a year and a half ago, or however long ago that is, and she beat Jesper Carlson in a 1-point match. And he says, "Well, they broke contact." And he said, "I'm just going to resign. I don't have a chance from here."
Yeah.
And she's like, just the innocence of a kid, confidence. But, it would be cocky in an adult, but a kid just being honest. She goes, "You never had a chance in the first place."
Oh, I love it. I love it.
And Jesper just rolled.
He has to. So he has to leave a shot here,
Okay.
but I don't think he wants to break the anchor. I mean, he's got you just probably just play into the 4 and 3.
Play with a single blot.
Yeah, but you can either slot the 5 or the 3, but this one you have more covers.
And here there's fewer shots. He can't run. If he runs with a checker off the 18,
No, he's not.
then
gonna
he's
do
got 2 or 3 shots.
Yeah.
Here there's only
that. He's not gonna do
11.
that. And this play, now you give yourself a good ace. Wait, maybe you had it anyway. Let's see. If he comes into the 2 and slots, now you only got 4s to cover the 5-point. This is pretty much not correct. Pretty sure Tommy will come up to the correct conclusion to slot the 3-point. He doesn't want to get gammon, so he doesn't want to place 9 to 5. Oh, so now it's 8-5 Mazid. Okay, this is slightly incorrect.
Okay, that gives him 2 extra shots. Gets away with it. Got away with it
so now
either way.
His 6s don't play as well, and his aces don't play as well. It was a little bit of a mistake there. And, he's getting punished for it.
That one hurts.
He's just got to evacuate the 18-point, but he's leaving
And
a
it
direct
dupes
shot.
4s, but... Well, okay, he comes out with both, but that's 3 blots, right?
It's 3 blots. What are you going to do? You're not a favorite to get hit.
Well, could you go to the 7 and leave 2 blots?
No.
Duping the 4s, but it's a lot of shots.
No, but it's 4s and aces instead of just 4s.
Aces, but you dupe the 4 part of it.
Yeah, well. Yeah, but that's a product of him not, slotting the 3-point in the first place.
Exactly. You're not going to like this either. But give him credit. He's being thorough and disciplined and looking at his various options.
Yeah. All right, hold your breath, Tommy. Let's see whether you get hit or not.
Make the best of a bad situation.
And he did get hit. Okay, Bats could win a gammon here because Tommy's got 2 more blots in jeopardy. And he does come in safety a checker.
Okay, now what?
You just come in to the 6.
You come in to the 7 or come down to the to the 6? 6 or 7?
I would go to the 6. It's a crossover. It's an extra builder. There's probably fewer numbers to get hit. 5, 3, 6, 2. Double 5. Wow, he can make the ace point.
Going to make the ace point on his
and
head.
in about 2
now
seconds, he's going to discover that.
Yeah, his immediate reaction was to run, but then he realized he could make the ace point.
All right, so gammon is probably like 35-40% here.
No, that's it.
It's reasonable. Leaves a 2-1 shot only. Tommy would be happy to roll any deuce to come in and get that checker out of harm's way. So the most common scenario is that Johannaton is going to win 2 points.
You've got to play for you'd play for the G.
Oh, as far as hitting loose? Oh, that's definitely wrong because now 6 leaves a shot. Not all 6s. And Tommy gets to make his 5 point. So if Johannaton rolls 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, which he does.
6-5.
Oh my goodness. I have a feeling these players are going to sue me because I call the bad numbers. They come up like half the time.
Well, you're perceptive at its voice of experience.
Yeah.
Perceptive of,
Tell me about it.
you know,
Okay, well, the 6 is forced. Bring it in.
noticing the potential bad rolls,
Oh, yeah.
which is a skill in itself,
Yeah.
a requisite skill in itself.
Okay, so the gammon's
Okay.
probably like 10, 15%.
Yeah, it's unlikely, but you know, he's more than happy to cut into this deficit
Yeah.
by any figure.
Ooh, well, he could
Okay.
get a shot here. One out of a 6% to hit. Oh, no.
Oh, nice shake.
Well, he's
Yeah,
He's not gonna win a backgammon. Well, he could win.
Whoa.
it was a backgammon, like some small percentage. Of the time.
Whoa. Look at this. But.
Tommy can hit and stay in the game, or he can dance or roll a 4-1 and get back in.
4-1. Double
4-4.
fours. He beats the G.
So that's it.
I got it.
1, 2.
What
Yeah,
are they
it's,
doing?
no, you bring 2 in and you get off the game with boxes. Tommy, think about it. He cost himself the double 6. Let's see if he rolls to see what. Don't roll the double 6 here. You gotta
Okay,
slow down,
so,
buddy.
Johannaton's got to feel
I wonder if Tommy's going to take a break here.
real good
I would
about
take a
that.
break. Take a break. I'm not sure who called for the break, but there is a break. And I'll be right back.
Okay, Steve. Johannaton's got to feel good about that. You know, being down 10-0 is not too much fun. And, you know, he's managed to stem the tide and get somewhat back into the match. So, you know, and he seems to have kind of hit his stride a little bit as far as playing his game. So, weathered the storm, as it were. We're seeing a nice Backgammon Galaxy app ad there. Of course, Backgammon Galaxy is one of, well, not one of, it's probably the most popular server in the Backgammon community. And they have the become a star member. I'm a star member. Have access to these various features as they're being itemized there. But, you know, they have the great phone app too, which makes it very convenient for people to play at any time pretty much. So, and this, well, they're playing over on Stream 1, the championship board here. It's a, I forget what their actual moniker they put on it, but it's a Paul McGrill Legacy board. As you notice when you see it over there, the color scheme of the pips in the background and all are supposed to be, in effect, a copy of the original Paul McGrill Backgammon book, hardcover book jacket cover, dust cover. And, you know, it evokes those memories. So anyway, we glancing over to the side here, let's see, Johan Mozet is up 8-5 on Brandon, and like a pretty close race. There's a cube in play. I can't really discern from this distance what the cube is. Apparently Mozet just rolled a set of 6s, which kind of seals that game. Again, I can't see see the cube from here. I can see the fact that there's a cube in play, but I can't see it. Anyway, you know, we're coming down the home stretch here. We're at 4:30 on Sunday afternoon. We've still got one Super Jackpot match to play, which Super Jackpot number 2, which is Ellie Roimy versus Zdenek Ziska. So we hope to stream that at some point. And the last chance in both the intermediate and the masters is progressing. So hopefully we'll have a chance to stream a last chance final or two, and that'll be wrapping it up. We've been streaming we started on Friday night or Saturday, so 9 or 10 days straight here. We'll spend the day tomorrow breaking all this stuff down, pulling all the cable, packing everything, and come Tuesday morning, we're going over to, what's the name? Cognes-sur-Mer, which is a medieval 11-6 Tommy. 11-6 Tommy. He was up 10-0. Now it's 11-6. So we're going over to Cognes-sur-Mer, which is a medieval hilltop kind of town just a little west of Nice, and we're going to spend a couple, 3 days there. Just a very beautiful place. We stayed there last year after this tournament, and, you know, have a little R&R and wind down, and then it's back to Houston and, you know, gather up Guinness and get him reacclimated to being at home. And then, of course, you know, things always happen when you're leaving or when you're gone. We had to clothes dryer go out the day before we were leaving, and created quite a smell and an alarm in our house, and the fire department came out and checked it out. There wasn't any problem other than the clothes dryer had burned up, so we got to get that replaced. And then I have a neighbor visiting, or, you know, kind of checking in on the house occasionally. And then 2 or 3 days ago, we had one of the AC units froze and broke and whatever else they do, and it leaked a bunch of water, which ran through the ceiling. And so we got to get that fixed when we get home. We've had it checked out and analyzed, if you will. So we got to get that fixed, so it never ends. And then, of course, we got to get a lot of work done toward our tournament, which is, you know, only 6.5 short months away. I guess we're right at 6 months away, 6 short months away. And then mid-September, we're off to Dubai for the big Oasis International Cup. Okay, we're back. Tommy and Johanatan. And it's kind of, you know, it's nice to see, and Tommy's a good friend of mine. I've known him for quite a while. He's a great guy. And, of course, it wouldn't bother me to see him win, but it's nice to see Johanatan kind of, you know, get back on his feet here after, you know, going down 10-0 in the first 2 games. And he's kind of weathered the storm. He seems to be much more relaxed, playing much better, and so that's good for him, you know. And he's an 18-year-old, right? So this has got to be a thrill for him, and we can understand some of the youthful frustrations, perhaps, that he experienced in those first couple of games. But so congrats to him, and you know, weathering a pretty severe storm and getting back on his feet and making a match out of this. So this should be fun. Again, Tommy was up 10-0. I think he was up 11-1. So Johanatan is struggled back to this point. Excuse me. Okay. Tommy's struggling a bit with this 1-6 as to exactly how he wants to play it.
I was here.
Okay, that's the original. Now he can come out and just
Moved it.
clean it all up. You know, alternatively, he was looking at maybe a double hit, which puts 2 in the air. It leaves him with 4 blots, barring certain doublets. You know, it doesn't expose him as much as he may fear. I kind of like this myself. It's kind of pushing the envelope a bit without, you know, a tremendous amount of danger going the other way. But he's struggling, you know, what do I want to do? Alternatively, there's a third option. He makes the bar. Seems that he would had originally focused on the other 2 plays, but always had making the bar in his hip pocket here, so he might pull that card out. Okay, so he's going with the big play, which I kind of like. I mean, think about this. He gets 1 in. You know, there's a little downside to this. If Tommy had gotten hit, he could have, you know, likely come right in if Johannatan had not performed by at least coming in with 1 checker. Then Tommy would have a huge advantage playing forward after a bad entry roll. And Tommy's getting, you know, dealt some pretty difficult and tricky decisions here of late. You know, they had opted to play without a clock. In this division, the terminology escapes me sometimes, but you know, sometimes the clock is preferred, which means that you know, if one player wants to play with a clock, then they have to play with a clock. This is more, what's the name I was thinking of? Permitted or something like that, where both players have to agree to do that. A great double 5 by Johannatan to bring in all 3 checkers he had on the bar. Tommy rolls a not very attractive number there. Okay, Johannatan attacks. Tommy, he can come in and button that up. Now, Johannatan will still attack with impunity pretty much because Tommy's got 2 blots in his home board. Now, he's just going to make the bar. He doesn't have many options here. He can't attack, can't hit the checker. So that's the best of those worlds. 4-1. Now, he's apparently going to run, but again, Johannatan won't hesitate to hit him if possible because of Tommy's 2 blots in his home board. 3-1, he can safety that. Did you read Phil's note about maybe turning up the speakers to the group? That's your call. Okay, he might be hard of hearing for all I know. But. Okay, so Tommy's counting it up. Nice, well, it's typically a nice 3-1 here. What's he do? He could make the 4 rather than making another, putting another blot in his home board. That's 3. Where's your 1? I think this is it. Makes the 5. 3 blots either way. I was thinking it covered, but kind of ugly. Jonathan. Kind of ugly for him. Maybe we slot the 4. Alternatively, he may come to the 8 and slide up to the 9 and have more builders working on those other points. But he's going to slot the 4 as I thought he might. Six three makes the point. 6-3 makes the point. Okay, so I think that's what he's got to do. See what the overall count is. I've not counted it, but it's somewhere near even. Okay. Again, this all depends on the count. 9 is 54, 57, 52, 109 for white. We've got 42, 46, 48, 59, 79, 39, 118. 108 for white, 118 for blue. So he's got to stay back. 10 pip difference. Well, that was before the roll I was counting, but he correctly decided to stay, I believe. Okay, so
Simple holding game here.
simple holding game, pretty close, pretty close count.
66, 90, 106, 110.
Okay.
So 5 pip lead, and he rolled a 6. So 11 pip lead for Tallerico. Trying to recover after losing that 4-point gammon.
Looky here.
It's up 9. He's a favorite. Got to run. Oh.
Does he cover, or he prepares to?
I'm fine with
he's
this.
Just going to race, preparing for a race.
So it's 3 pip lead for Johanatan. 40, 70, 86, 90, 55, 85, 86, 90. Yeah, 3 pip lead. 90 to 93. That'll be the score at halftime in the NBA All-Star. They're making too much noise behind us.
No, keep it down.
Thank you.
Okay, so there it comes.
Yeah,
What'd you have it at? 3?
Yeah, it's a super easy take.
Yeah.
And it's not a double. I mean, it's an in-volatile position. I mean, he's going from 6 days, not even getting to like an even away number.
Mm-hmm.
So, super easy take. $90 to 93.
Now it's interesting with Tommy's counting. It probably will find it's close enough that he should take it, but how does he react to it? I was going to say it's interesting as perhaps this rally continues. When does the emotion start transferring over to Tommy?
I think it already did.
He was up.
No, I mean, that was a big loss of Gammon.
He was up 10-0, and now
I mean,
things are going Johanatan's way. And when does Tommy start squirming?
I think it's a mutual squirming contest. What's happening over there? Oh, Brandon's on the bar.
What? And he's got a cube in play. I can't tell what it is.
Well, I'm in intermediate. I think I'm winning the race.
All right, so
Even count.
I'm
I don't care.
not
No one
really
can.
understanding. They're having a little bit of lightness there, but I'm not understanding why he's taking so long to take the cube.
That's one of the for tournament directors and commentators. And all, it's one of the hazards of unclocked matches.
Yeah, well, that's, you know, all the open matches are clocked. And I mean, of course, you're not going to clock beginners, but I mean, when Frank Frigo has a club in San Diego and they have all kinds of novices and people never played before and they use the clock. If you just train them right away,
They don't
use the
know
clock,
any difference. And
then that's just the way to go. And it's easy.
yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it's those that have never played with a clock that and have, you know, have quite a bit of experience or whatever that are just freaked out by the potential of a clock.
Well, but think about, if we want backgammon to grow, this is not the way to do it, to have staring at the screen for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes and nothing's happening.
Right.
Unless it's like edited, where you edit out all the gaps, but clocks really make it interesting
Okay, that was right.
for the spectators. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Wanna tell me?
They're smiling, nodding their heads. It's like Tommy's saying some shtick to him.
I want you to get in.
Well, they're both enjoying it, whatever it is.
Frank's smiling, everybody's
the-
smiling.
The other young second over there is smiling, so I don't know what the deal is. Maybe he's suggesting he'll help him count or something. I don't know.
That would be a good one. Listen, if you ran out of fingers and toes, you can use mine.
Yeah. let me help you here. I'm getting bored. So,
There you go, Tommy John.
okay, he takes it.
3-pip lead. Now think about this,
6-2.
Bill. This could result in the end of the match here, because if Tommy somehow finds a redouble, he rolls like a big double, it has like an 80% chance to win. He might have to redouble and then face an 8 cube.
Yeah.
It's not super likely, it's possible. Oh, what a
Here
great
we
shot.
go. 1,
3 more crossovers. 2,
2,
none of the 5,
3.
and then take your pick.
Go to the 6.
I agree with that. The 6 point. Okay, 4-2.
Go to the 5.
I would agree with that. So we got 40, 57, 67,
No,
70,
no,
71.
No. You want a
30,
little better,
60,
smoother
71. It's only
distribution.
1 pip differential.
You want smoother distribution than
Right,
that.
nice play. Johannaton's only ahead 1 pip. And it's Tommy's roll. Tommy's ahead in the race here. Did I do that right? 30, 40, 50, 65, 30, 60, 70, 71.
Okay,
6 minus 2.
First
2
man,
pip lead.
First
2 pip
man
lead
off.
for Johannaton. Now Tommy's up 6 pips. 1, 2, 3, and of course 6-4. 6 pip lead.
Whoop. 3-1, which is 6-3 and 1 off.
Tommy's up 2 pips.
Not that anybody's going to necessarily call him on it, but Johannaton needs to learn as he progresses in divisions and all to play with one hand. He's playing with 2 there. He moved a checker with 1 and took 1 off with the other, and that's not.
I got hustled in Times Square once like that.
Oh, really?
Lost my wallet and my phone. Unpleasant experience.
A 2-handed Monte.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a 54, 45, 50, 59.
Okay.
2 pip lead for Johannaton. Tommy with a 5-4, 7
Okay,
pips
just-
ahead.
just
Johannaton on roll.
close.
Ooh, takes the
That's
lead
nice.
by 4 pips.
That's nice.
3 pip lead for Tommy. Johannaton's a small favorite. 6-2, great shot. Isn't that 6-2?
Yeah.
38, 10.
And was that right, or should he have played 4-2, do you think, rather than 5-3?
Probably slightly incorrect. Because your threes naturally replaced to the
Okay,
first 3
Tommy
points.
got a lot of misses in his future, likely here.
Okay, so we got 33.
Take it off.
19, 25. Tommy's down 8 pips. Equal number of checkers left. He's up 2 pips. Ooh, probably 6-2. 23. 25. Got a 2-pip lead. One more checker off.
But Johanna
2-1.
on shake.
All right, it's only
that-
the score that's stopping Tommy from redoubling here. He doesn't want to be facing an automatic
doesn't want
redouble
to
to
be
8,
looking an 8 cube in the face.
but he's a favorite.
Okay, here, John Broomfield, the monitor with the championship match, during a break has stepped over there and seeing what's going on here.
Multiple monitors.
I thought that might have been somebody. I thought it was looked like a tie. I thought it might have been Arda. Seeing if this match was going to end here.
All right, just good discipline by Tommy. Now he's got 15 checkers and 15 pips with 3 checkers, but they're poorly placed.
Whoa.
You might have to.
2-2-1.
God, can you think about redoubling here?
Maybe.
15, 4-pip lead. Oh, Tommy, automatic redoubles here. Now the pressure's on Johanatan. What will he do? Will he take and return to 8 cube?
Well, think about it now. If he drops, he's down 13-6, which is a fairly considerable deficit.
I'm not good enough to do
Okay.
that, but this is it. This
So
could
he's
be for the
got
match.
an automatic reship. He's
Well,
already
yeah, and then double it back to 16.
Oh my gosh.
didn't take one off.
This is
Here it
it.
is. Here it is. Look,
Tommy's fidgeting with his cup. He's a little
Tommy-
nervous, but he's going to take it. This could be it in the next couple of rolls here. 2-1. I go
Oh,
for the third time he rolled a 2-1.
Third 2-1.
And Rory's right. He's got to stack him on the 4-point. That's your best chance. You got
Yep, got to do it.
you
Got to
got
do it.
3 numbers to stay in the game
3-2-1s
if Tommy
in a
doesn't roll a
row,
double.
I believe.
And Tommy, oh, this was the worst.
my.
3-1. Now it's a 6-5, followed by a 2-1,
Okay.
followed by double 2s. Double 4s are better.
Whoa.
6-5.
So
Close your eyes, Tommy.
got it. Do not
is it.
roll an ace unless it's accompanied by another ace.
This could be it. Right now, the intermediate finals down to the last roll. Oh, yeah, recube. That's right. Good one. Who said that, Zhizh? It's over!
got it.
Tommy wins the intermediate
Tommy
championship
Tallerico.
in Monte Carlo.
Wow.
That's awesome. He's overcome with emotion, as he should be.
That's
Good
great.
job. Tommy Tallerico.
We got,
What happened to my fucking Coke? Somebody took it?
I don't know.
Assholes.
So congratulations to Tommy Tallerico. Maybe we can grab him coming out of the door. Arda might
He's
grab
going to
him
have need a
first.
minute to compose himself, but I'll
Yeah.
What about roll straw?
Wow, now that was
What about rolling on the
that was a more than exciting finish.
Thank you.
Tommy won.
Tommy won. So that was great. That was some great action there. Man, I'm not completely certain that that was an appropriate recube for Tommy, but Johanatan perhaps saw that as his only chance, so he took it and correctly immediately flipped it back, since the 4 cube made it where Tommy was playing for the match. So Johanatan wanted to play it as so Tommy Tallerico making the rounds here. So congratulations. Rory, see if you want to come over here for a second. See if he wants to step over here. Really emotional moment for Tommy. He's making his way this way slowly, getting a lot of congratulatory Hugs. Congratulations.
Bill.
That was probably more emotional than you wanted at the end.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if that was a 4-cube. I thought he would drop it, though. I was pretty sure it was a 4-cube and that he would drop and I'd get the 2 away. But I kept thinking, like, man, if he takes this, he's going to ship it back. But he was still 9 away, so I'm like, I'm willing to play.
It wasn't the match if he got 8.
Yeah, I'm willing to play to Crawford if this doesn't work out. And then when he rolled that 2-1.
Well, he rolled three 2-1s in a row.
It was. Oh, did he? I did.
Yeah, he rolled 3 2-1s in a row.
I was so focused on my roll. I wasn't
yeah,
sure
and
what
then
to do. Yeah.
wow, it was crazy. And he had a well, I mean, he had a roll at it at where he needed what 4s, 5s, or 6s.
Yeah,
he could have won on that roll.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty amazing. And
Came out to
obviously, I mean, I get emotional looking at you get emotional. But that congratulations, man.
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
sure it means
Yeah,
means a lot to you.
My mom and dad introduced me to the game in the 70s, and I always used to play with my mom and dad, and
Next,
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but I got a little something.
I don't drink. That's okay. Do I?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
No, I can't do
Don't
it.
do it. Well, we'll drink in your
For all my friends. When my dad was there she is.
What's your family heritage? Are they like from an area that played a
No,
lot of backgammon or anything?
all
like?
4 of my grandparents came from Italy,
Okay.
southern Italy, and my mom is from St. Catharines, Ontario, along with my wife, and my dad was from Niagara Falls, New York. And, when my dad had gotten sick
Tommy Tallerico!
my dad got sick a couple years ago, and so we started playing. I moved a hospital bed into my home, and with the oxygen tanks and all that stuff, and so he couldn't really get out of bed, so we kind of broke out the backgammon board. I still really didn't know much at all about backgammon. I mean, we never used the cube. We never
The very
did anything.
basics, yeah.
Just the basics, and we played, and about a couple days before he passed, he was saying, he would always tell me this, you can do anything, you can do anything, you put your mind to, and, he was always my biggest fan. He'd always say, who's your biggest fan? Who's your biggest fan? And we had just finished a game of backgammon. He goes, he said to me, he goes, man, we still have so much stuff to do together. I wish I could be there to see. And but he said you can put your mind to anything, and and he said, for example, backgammon. He goes, if you could, he goes, I know if you put your mind to it, you could be a world champion someday. And so after he passed away, about a week later, I was in a really bad state, frame of mind, major depression, just everything in my life was going the wrong way. And about 2 months after that, after feeling dark thoughts and all this stuff, I just Googled backgammon Orange County, where I'm from, Orange County, California. And I saw, there's a club in Orange County. I go down there, and it's a pretty funny story, actually. I went down there, and people were so nice. The first person I met there was Mario Savan, who you know, and he said, "Oh, Tommy, how you doing? This is good." And then they did a draw, and I said, "This is the first time I've only played my mom and my father. I've never played anyone else." And they do the draw, and they said, "Oh, Tommy, welcome to the club. you're playing Frank Frigo, the 1994 world champion. So the first, and here I am, and I got Frank in my corner in this match. And so the first game I played in any club was Frank. He beat me pretty bad, but I got 2 games off, 5-2. I was like, wow, I could.
That's a way to learn.
I won. But it was really, and I do have to send special thanks to Mario Savan. He really kind of took me under his wing, took new players. That's a great thing about these clubs and these tournaments, is that there's so many people out there that want to expand this game. Of course, it was really big in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
That's why I figured I wanted to wear a tux
There you
today
go.
and bring some of that old 70s glamour and glitz to it. But, you know, there's so many. I would encourage anyone out there, see if there's a local club around, because the people are so inviting. Mario took me under his wing. Mark Wiener, Paul Mangoni, Kara Schultz. There's so many people within the club. Alice and Judy and Vinny, and I know Vinny's watching. Hi, Vinny. And it just became amazing. The people in the community is exactly what I needed to get my mind off of everything. So I really started studying like crazy. And when I say like crazy, I'm talking 3, 4, 5 hours every single day for the last 2 years.
Yeah. And you've studied under what?
So
Steve and Frank.
Right. So my first teacher, like official teacher, was Jonah Seawald, who's one of the greatest teachers on the planet. Kara Schultz introduced me to him at the Denver tournament. It's a funny story. Mario said, you should go to the tournament, because they have like in Denver, they have novice, intermediate, advanced, and open. He goes, I go, should I enter in the novice? He goes, no, you're better than that. He's only after a couple months. He says, you go in the second tier, Division 3. I said, okay. And I went there, and I went 17-3, I think, 17-2. I won 3 trophies.
Oh, wow.
And I said, well, this is kind of fun. I didn't expect this. And that really, really caught the bug. That's where I met Jonah. But I've taken lessons under Jonah, Steve Sachs, John O'Hagan, ZZ's taught me some stuff, and Mark Olson, of course. Yeah. So that's a pretty good group to get behind.
Oh, I'll tell you.
I also took some lessons from Knack Ballard, the old school. He's
and
the
Knack,
original OG.
Knack is hard to get a hold of and hard to get in front of these days.
He's hard to get a hold of, and I reached out to him over email. He's like, I really don't give lessons anymore. And then I invited him to one of my shows, my concerts. Yeah. And him and his wife came to my show, and he goes, you still want those lessons? I was like, this is a cool show. You're kind of a fun guy.
Oh, that's great.
But I also have to thank as well, because like I said, I went through a really rough period. And my wife Shannon, my brother Mike, his wife Milena, his son Mikey, and of course, my best friend Dave Perry, who came out on this trip with me. I just introduced him. Yeah, a big tall guy. He's the best man at my wedding. I was the best man at his wedding the last 30 years. But most of all, my mom.
Well, hopefully she was able to watch.
She was watching. I know she's watching. Hi, Mom. God. And she was the youngest of 13 brothers and sisters. And there was only 3 of them left. And then she just lost her last sister a couple days ago. So this is for Aunt Rose as well, too, and the whole D'Amico family. But if it wasn't for my mom, Shannon, my brother, and Dave Perry, I don't know if I'd be here in front of you right now. And, my mother, she's very proud.
She should be.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Bill.
Congratulations.
Whew, what a trip. Who would have thought? Wow. I know my dad was looking up. Thanks, Joe.
Joe Russell shaking his hand there. So enjoy, man.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for visiting with us.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, man.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it, Bill.
Okay, Tommy Tallerico, the 2024 Backgammon World Championship Intermediate Division Champion. So, wow, this was fun. Now, over on Stream 1, continuing, Johan Moazed from Sweden is leading Brandon Macklin from the United States 13-6. That's on stream 1 with who's over there? Ryan Rebello, Mark Olson, and Daniel Rivera. And we have sometime soon, and I'm not sure if they're yet available, we have another Super Jackpot final between Zdenek Ziska and former world champion Eli Roimy. And then maybe later this afternoon, if we have the chance, we've got a couple of last chance finals. So anyway, I'm going to sign off for the moment. Certainly appreciate all of y'all tuning in and watching. You saw a great match. Think about this. I mean, Tommy Tallerico's been playing 2 years, wins the Intermediate World Championships. Great guy. You saw that yourself. And how about Yehonatan Bobs from Israel, 18-year-old, and, comported himself and very well, played very well, nice guy. He's got a lot of backgammon success in his future as well, I think. So that's it for now. Stroll over to stream 1, and we'll try to keep you informed as these other matches develop. Thank you. Bye-bye.